went from down $500 to up $920 in about a week of trading with Alpha Futures inside of my funded account. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through why I think you should use Alpha Futures, the benefits of them, along with my stats and my journey with this account to get a payout for the first one for this specific account. So without further ado, let's jump on in. Number one, the benefits of using Alpha Futures, which I do have a promo code you can use. It's just ES for Evan Scales. Saves you 10 or 15% on new accounts and on resets of your accounts, which the resets are cheaper, which is a nice benefit. But anyway, the first benefit I like of them is that you can pass their evals in one day, which coincides with there's no consistency rule inside of their evals. So if you have the skill set to pass and get a funded account in one day, you should be able to do that. Very similar to Apex. That's why I like Apex when they go on sale, because I can just bang out a few accounts if I want them and just knock them out really quick and easy. So same thing with Alpha Futures, very similar to Apex. You can pass in one day, and we are using the Alpha Futures 0 accounts. Okay, I'll flash something on the screen so I can show you that. The second thing is once you pass with the 0 accounts, there's no activation fee, which is super nice. So dissimilar to Apex or Top Step, once you pass the account, you do not have to pay an activation fee. You sign your little contract after you do your KYC, and then your account's created within a minute, and then you can start trading. You can start trading the same day you pass. So you pass, and then the account goes away, you sign your little contract, and the account reappears as a funded account, or what they call a qualified account, and then from there you trade, right? And the rules are pretty simple. You need to make $200 5 times, very similar to Top Step's old rules. $200 5 times to get yourself a payout, and you get 50% of whatever profit you have, right? So I'm up $920. I can get a payout of 400 and change, okay, from that account. All right. Now, once you're inside the funded account, you do have to make $200 5 times, and not consecutively, but just as total. You also have a 40% consistency rule, which I think does beat Apex by a wide margin. So your best day can't be 40% of your total profits. This gets a little tricky when your account's drawn down quite a bit because you want to try and get it all back in one day, but that could set you up for failure, which we'll look at through some of my account stats. I did draw this account down a little bit before getting profitable. So you'll see that it's a little bit tricky, but basically the 40% consistency rule is there. It's just you can't have overall profit can't be, or your best day can't be 40% of your overall profit, even if your account's down. I know a couple traders have run into that. The next thing I really love about Alpha Futures, just really simply, is that you can't blow your account in one day. It takes at least 2 days to do that. Very similar to Top Step, where you have that safeguard. So you can't lose $1,000. You can't lose more than $1,000 in one day. And if you lose $1,000 twice, then you are officially done. Now, you're only able to use one contract until you get to about $1,000 of profit, then you can use 2. But that safeguard really doesn't go away. So it's still there, but it's static. It's not a trail. Okay, so if you start the day at, I'm up 920, start the day at 920, I can bring my account just under $50,000 before I'm done, even if I run it up a couple grand before that. So it's not a trail, it's static, but it is there. Okay. And then with the funded accounts, you can have 3, and I'm sure this will move up in time as they get larger and larger. You can use 4 and then 5 eventually, but right now you can have 3 0 accounts, or a total of $450,000 of overall capital to trade. Okay, so those are the benefits of Alpha Futures. I think you should add them to your prop firm portfolio, as it's never a bad thing to be able to get a funded account in one day and start earning a payout that same day. It only takes 5 days to earn that payout. You'd only be 5 days away at all times with Alpha Futures. So without further ado, let's jump into the account metrics here. I'll shrink my face and make sure it's out of the way. So as the chart goes, trending very strongly in this account. If we keep going, it probably would be a lot higher here, but started out pretty rough, minus about $250, and then we had another bad day down here, which got us to that minus $500, $450 and change essentially, before we went on a nice little run and kind of took off and let this account really grow, right? So it started out pretty tough. You can see my static is down here to $2,000 with a $1,000 draw. It never moved because I didn't have any real profit, and then when I did eventually get some profit here, it moved up, it stepped up a little bit, and then we were done for the day, to which moved on to the next day, and so on and so forth. So really, really nice here, like pretty smooth. You want to see a nice equity curve like this, where we don't have like huge up and downs. We did have a couple downs, but eventually we started smoothing out, and then we had probably our best day was over here. Super solid trade. Now down below, well, let me cover this over here first. So when you're inside the account, depending on if you're ready for a payout or not, again, $200 5 times, it's ready for a payout. Down here, we'll say best day cannot be greater than 40% in total profit. Consistency target. I'm at 31%. So my best day was $330, which, again, $900 profit. Doesn't put us anywhere close. But if your best day is greater than your profit, or let's say I drew my account down I was at 49,550. Let's say I made $400. Well, that $400 is going to be very significant compared to my overall profit because I have no profits, right? But 400 bucks right now would probably be it would put me ahead of that consistency rule a little bit, but I'd have profit. So don't freak out about this. Only worry about your consistency rule once you're ready for a payout. A simple way of thinking about this, and the way I think about it, is I want to systematically trade to earn a payout. Once I'm ready for a payout, then I can focus on the consistency rule or trying to grow said payout, right? So I'm not necessarily trading for the largest payout at first. I'm trading to get eligible for a payout. Then once I've gotten to the point where I've successfully eclipsed all the rules, if I have to meet that consistency rule, then I'll trade a little bit more. But if I've met the 5 days of 200 bucks, that's good. And if I want extra, if I want more of a payout, then I will simply trade more to earn that payout. But I'm not going to focus on my consistency rule until I've got to the point where I have profit in the account, number one, and number two, I'm actually eligible for that payout. So I didn't worry about this at all until I was profitable. And then by the time that happened, it was only a couple more days and I was able to get a payout, or not able to get a payout, but I'm able to have profit because my best day wasn't all that big compared to my total gains in the account. Now, just my stats down here, my risk reward kind of stands out to me at 0.75. Essentially, my losses are bigger than my wins. It just is the way it is. That's just kind of the way I trade. My expectancy is $95. So every time I click the buy button or sell button, I'm expecting to make almost 100 bucks. Pretty good. Best day 330, worst day 225. This is always nice. Anytime your best day and worst day have a separation and your best day is greater than your worst day, you're going to have profit in that account or be very close to break even, right? It'd be very difficult to have a huge day or a huge gain and a smaller loss as your biggest loss and not be profitable. Average win 87%. I don't really know what that average win rate, I guess. Average loss 119 bucks. That's fine. The win rate being 74% and my profit factor being basically 2.03. Profit factor just means for every dollar you put in, how much you get out. So every dollar I put in for this account, I was able to make $2, which is very successful. You'd want to see that for a strategy. Win rate being 74%, pretty accurate. Only taking 34 trades across this entire thing. It took me about a week, August 7th to the 15th. No trades in this account today because I'm making this video for this. So about a week and some change, about basically 2 trading weeks is essentially how I look at it. But not bad. So 34 trades is a pretty low amount. That's, I guess, 5 a day. So some days were way quicker, some days were less, but super solid. Okay, this is what my account looks like. And as I guess we can zoom out. I didn't even know we can zoom out on this thing. I don't even know how to move it around, but as we continue this account, I will just grow and grow and grow. Now, my philosophy around payouts is this. Once you are eligible for your first payout, take your payout, especially if you're new to a prop firm or you're new to getting a payout, take your first payout. You can only request 50% of your payout from any prop firm. That's how it works for every prop firm, so don't freak out about that unless you're in a live account. But I will take out, let's just say 400 bucks. And then I'll have 520 bucks left in this account as profit. My next payout, let's say I hit 200 bucks 5 times, that's $1,000. Wherever that places me for this account, I'll then have that 1,000 plus my $500 left over. And so my payout can be a little bit larger next time as opposed to where it is right now. My payout, assuming everything went smoothly, would be 1,000 plus 500. I could take 750 instead of 400 bucks. And then the next time it'd be 1,000 instead of 750. So we continue to climb, and then we could add accounts, copy trade, and do things like that. So don't worry too much about making your first payout your biggest payout. It could happen. It might not, but don't worry about that. Let the next days and times that you trade, next time you get eligible for a payout, allow you to stack and really accumulate some equity that you can then pull out. All right. So you can only pull out 50%. So don't worry about that. Just get to the point where you do and you are eligible for a payout. And then from there, if you want to stat pad a little bit, you can do that by trying to win more, but don't ruin a profitable account by trying to add more. Just get your payout and then let the next time you get a payout stack on top of the previous amount of money that you already had inside the account. All right. That's the video for Alpha Futures. Again, use promo code ES if you want to. 50K, zero account, super beneficial. I have a lot of traders inside the VGAPS program who use it and they love it as well. A couple of traders have gotten payouts from them. So here we go. I'll see you guys in the next video.